And welcome back to SA Sports Show. I'm here with one of my favourite football players, Billy Stretch. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Endo. Always good to have a chat with you.
Let's talk about Glenelg at the moment. Top of the tree. They're just doing beautifully at the moment. And I know you're injured. You got injured early in the season.
Yep.
But the club's doing really well.
Yeah, the club's in a really good spot, Endo. You know, even the reserves are 6-0, league are 6-0, and I think the under-18s are even 6-0 as well. So it's really good. We've got the bye this week, so it gives us a really good platform to build off in the middle part of the year. But club's off to a great start. Really good start for our new coach, Brett Hand, as well.
Of course, yeah, which is great. He's done a wonderful job, that's for sure. But we talk about this season, everything's really structured and how tough was it last year, though? I mean, I know we'll get back to the year before, and you played at Melbourne for quite a few years, but then to come back into the COVID year, that would have been really tough for especially SNFL clubs that were sort of waiting on other factors.
Yeah,
like the AFL.
It was really tough. Yeah, initially when we got told, I think we were in the start of pre-season or the middle of pre-season. It was about February or March, and we pretty much were told we're not allowed to train the following night and that was quite unknown and quite a weird situation, not knowing when we'd be able to get back to training. So I think it ended up being about 6 or 8 weeks of having to go away from the footy club and do our own sort of training, and the season was up in the air. And
the SNFL were all saying no payments.
Yes.
That is amazing. I mean, we're talking about the AFL getting, they were, I think it was 10 or 15%.
Yep.
But the SNFL was just saying no payments for the whole year. And that's a huge commitment.
It is. Yeah, I think we ended up signing a contract for $1 a game. So it was a bit funny, but we played footy for the love of the game. So the main thing was getting back on the track with the whole team and getting everyone back once COVID had settled a little bit. It was a pretty good feeling, and knowing we were still going to go ahead with the season. I think we ended up playing 14 or 15 games in a row. So
especially coming back from the AFL system and Melbourne and spending many years there, one that must have been a fantastic period of your life.
It was. Yeah, it was an incredible 5 years. It went very quick, but they call that
life, by the way.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have been told that. So, it did go very quick, but I take a lot of lessons out of that, and I don't have any regrets. I've tried my backside off. Fantastic. And have taken back a lot of learnings with me here. So.
And what about playing for Melbourne? Of course, your father, just a champion player. I mean, he played 200 AFL games, a whole heap of state footy, and I think he handballed to me a couple of times on those state games, which is very, very nice. I don't think I handballed to him, though. How was it going the father and son, and was there a lot of expectations on yourself, even growing up as going through the junior ranks?
Yeah, there was a little bit of expectation there, but, I didn't really feel too much pressure going through my junior years. All I was focusing on was putting my best foot forward and knowing that if I did that and I had a crack, I gave myself the best chance of getting drafted. So I tried not to put any pressure on me, and Dad didn't put any pressure on me either. So they were really good.
And then you got the father and son, which would have been lovely.
It was. It was awesome. So I actually, 5 years ago, the father-son actually happened probably 4 to 6 weeks ahead of the national draft. So I actually knew I was going to be at Melbourne and was able to get over there a bit earlier and start straight away. And obviously very fantastic and very rewarding to be able to play at the Melbourne Footy Club where Dad played for.
Yeah, so fantastic.
Very.
You're injured at the moment, ankle. There seems to be quite a few players now having that injury, and I don't get it. It's like you never, 1 minute's ACLs, the next minute's hospital pubis, and now it seems to be this ankle injury that's been popping up in SNFL and the AFL.
Yeah, there has been a few. I've been following it pretty closely now as well, having the injury. So I don't know why. Maybe just due to the physical nature of football and
a lot of run, isn't there?
And sort of the random nature. There's lots of physical tackles and your
speed.
Yeah, that's right. So your feet can get caught and whatnot, which. I think a lot of it's just luck and just unfortunate to be in that situation.
But you're only a few weeks away. What's the injury called? Just for
it's a syndesmosis ankle injury. So
I was pretty close to saying that.
I
didn't.
No, that's the one.
The tongue twister.
It is.
Same as Butters, of course, from Port Adelaide Power. So
There's been a few Dangerfield and Lockie Neal, I think, as well. They've got it as
Never
well.
heard of it.
Yeah,
I never heard of it.
Yeah, neither
But you're
have
on a
I.
great recovery, so you're hoping 4 or 5 weeks you'll be back in.
Yeah, I'm 4 weeks post surgery now, so
Yep.
just got the moon boot off and starting to walk around now, which is really good and feeling great. So the plan is probably to be back playing within 5 to 6 weeks. So
You got a couple of buys in there, haven't you? So that's going to be pretty handy.
Yeah. I think there's a bye mid-June, and then hopefully after that can play some minutes and get going from there.
Now, playing in the AFL system, wonderful, and congratulations. I know you I was always had a real watchful eye on your career, so well done in that little block, or that block. Were you surprised how good the SANFL was when you came back home?
I was, yeah. I knew I had a bit of a taste of it before I went to Melbourne. Was lucky enough to play a few games in the seniors for Glenelg in my draft year, so I had a small taste of it. But coming back, I wasn't quite sure that the game had changed a lot.
Your expectations as well. People's expectations on you wasn't this first or second gamer. Now it's Billy Stretch, you know, a whole heap of games for Melbourne Footy Club, and we need you to perform. So there was that pressure.
There was,
and there's a lot of talent in the Oval.
Absolutely.
Both sides. Yeah. I went and watched your first game for Glenelg. It was Norwood Glenelg Adelaide Oval. There was 1 point in it. Up to that date, I would say it was one of the best SNFL games that I'd seen. And, you know, to play at that high standard. For your first one, you must have gone, wow, welcome to the SNFL.
Absolutely, yeah. It was, you know, put a bit of expectation on yourself to perform, and coming back with a bit more experience from the AFL, you sort of take a bit of a leadership role in that sense as well. So it was definitely, you know, I think I struggled a little bit to find my feet last year, but I feel now I'm sort of, you know, understand what the level requires, and hope to build on that again this year when I get back home.
I mean, funny enough, again, I watched another game. It was Glenelg stirred at Glenelg Oval last year. You only got up by a few points. That game was brutal. I mean, there was just bone crunching. I was actually standing on the fence, and I actually went back onto the, you know, up on the top of the mound there because I didn't want to hear the bone crunching anymore. I thought, wow, this game's past me for sure. But, isn't it just a fantastic standard, the SNFL?
It is, and having a lot more mature heads out in the SNFL, you've got a lot of experienced players who have been around for 8 to 10 years, and you know, just veterans in the SNFL. So it's a really good standard of footy, and I love the atmosphere.
And you think finals this year, I mean, like, you know, I don't want to, you know, put the cart before the horse, but, you know, the Glenelg are doing beautifully. They've got a couple of, yourself included, a couple of classy players to bring back into the team, which means you're only going to get stronger. It's, I mean, you can't look too far forward, but that's exciting for the club.
Whilst we're not trying to look too far forward, it is exciting. You know, we've put ourselves in a really good position so far, but the biggest thing for us now is try and just not get complacent at all. So we've got to go to another level because, you know, it's a long year. So
it is a long year, and
try and hold this form.
I watched the Glenelg Port game, Magpies game, which was unbelievable. Anzac Friday. Wow, what a fantastic. I can't believe the fitness of the players. Your pre-season, was it a step up of what you thought it would be?
It was pretty
solid. I was really surprised how fit Glenelg were. I mean, you ran their legs off in that last 10 minutes.
It was a solid pre-season. We got a lot of Ks in our legs, and we actually, the first half of pre-season up until the new year, we actually didn't have a coach because Mark Stone obviously got appointed up to Brisbane, which was fantastic for him, but we were sort of in limbo a little bit. So the leadership group were taking training, and they were running us into the ground. And then when Handy stepped in the new year, it was all guns blazing and just trying to get the body condition ready to go for the year. So no, it's been great so far. Still
on the ball, still running, wing, half back.
That's the main spot at the moment, Ando. Just running through the wings, a little bit down at half back or half forward. And
I like your depth back there a little bit. Your disposal is very much like your old man, just, you know, centimetre perfect, and skills, and you bring other players into the game. That must be, you know, sort of your spot that you'd like.
I think the old man was a bit of a better kick than me, but no, I like playing down at half back. It's good. You can try and read the play and try and back your strengths in and use that run and carry. So it's been good, and I'm happy to, you know, play anywhere really on the ground where it suits the team. So
what really hurts me, and I know Barry Curtin's watching this going, bloody hell, Ando, you're being too nice to a Glenelg player. But Barry, it is so hard not to barrack for this young kid, and I really do wish you all the success for firstly for your injury, of course, and get back safe and sound. I know you're back on the track, which is wonderful news. and for you personally and the club as well. And I really hope you have some fantastic success this year and years to come.
Thanks, Ando. Yeah, hoping for a good year. So really appreciate
Barry, just accept for the Magpies.
it.
Thanks a lot. Brilliant. Thanks so much
Ando.
for coming in.
Cheers.
Back to you guys.